Thank you guys for coming. It's interesting how you reflect on the passing of a loved one. My mind is flooded with memories of my mom and dad. And like Pip said, we had a blessed life. We were raised on a farm. I forgot that I was driving a tractor when I was probably 9, running that down back and forth to the back of our place, driving a pickup. The stick shift on the steering column. But the thing is, as I've reflected in hindsight, I've heard this statement many times: "It's faith is not taught; it's caught." And I'm so grateful for them. They would take us to church, and they were faithful in those things, but they lived a life that was the fruits of the Spirit. Everything they did was spelled out in their actions. They didn't have to say it. They loved unconditionally. They gave with all their heart. They visited. They took care of people, the needs of people. And it was just very evident in the actions of their life. And I think that's my prayer is to honor my parents by how much they blessed us, because many times we preach to our kids and say stuff to our kids, but they didn't do it, they modeled it. I got a lot of whippings for telling lies, and that was one of the things Dad would not accept, is a lying spirit. The duck came through the hoops, and all the crying out to Jesus in the world did not stop that punishment.
That's right.
But, I just want to read some verses that remind me of my parents. The first one is out of 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient. They were very patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy or boast. My parents never bragged about anything that I can remember. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at the wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. And I think each person in this room has felt the love and compassion that my dad and my mom felt. But this was very evident in their life. There was no boasting, anything. They were very patient, very loving, very gracious. And Bobby was coming. Well, Becky said she couldn't come today, but said she viewed my mom as a saint. And I think that with Vicky, they loved them unconditionally and welcomed people in the family. And my dad spread that love down the Glenrose. Everywhere he went, he was giving food to the nurses and things like that, and taking care of their needs. But the one thing that was evident in his life is in Galatians 5:22 and 23. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. And when you're modeled that kind of behavior, all you're growing up, every time you're with them, it's not hard to catch it. And that's one of the things I want in my life, is to continue on and spread that legacy to my kids, is if I can have those kind of attributes, I don't have to say it. By their life actions, they glorify God. And in my dad's last few weeks, he told Adrian, and when we were talking to him, he was praying the Lord's Prayer, and I think he was preparing his heart. That to me is the legacy that he gave us, and I pray you will remember those things. Is those are the attributes of our parents. My dad it was just, he didn't have to say it. He lived it.
Amen.
And there was no hypocrisy that I saw in his life. It was consistent, above board, and he didn't badger it down your throat. It was just him. And it was very, very easy to catch on. So thank you for coming.